Is it possible to have instant trading success? In this video, I'm going to tell you my story of the one decision that I made that transformed my mindset into that of a successful trader in an instant. And be sure to keep watching till the end, where I've got a special offer for a select few of you. Like a lot of you out there, I have been interested in stock markets and investing and trading my whole life. But I didn't get serious about this until something happened in my life that really woke me up. This was the passing of my father in 2016. I had lost my mother in 2008. It was very suddenly, just gone like that. But in 2016, my father had been battling with cancer, and so it wasn't unexpected when he finally did pass. As is usually the case, there was a small inheritance that was distributed amongst us siblings. What I wasn't prepared for was the emotional connection that I suddenly had to this dollar amount that I saw on this check that we got from his life insurance policy. Suddenly, it represented his life. I know we've all heard the phrase, time is money, and maybe some of you out there do look at your paycheck and think, hey, this represents a portion of my life. I'm exchanging my time for money, therefore this is my life. I had never really made that connection in a real conscious sense, but when I got that disbursement check from his life insurance and I looked at it, suddenly it was like, this is all I have left of my father. Right? This is, in some weird way, a continuation of him. It was just this emotional connection to this money. And as a result, it just sat there staring at me for quite some time. I feel like I couldn't touch it. I don't know if you've ever felt that way before when you had this connection. Maybe it was something that a loved one left you, a watch or a car, whatever it is. You look at that and you think, this represents them. And sure, we had other things that, it wasn't like this is the only thing I had to remember him by. A sarcastic attitude was one of them that I had to remember him by. But I was just overwhelmed with this. I can't blow it. What would he want me to do with this? And so I'm asking various people, what would he want me to do with this money? And obviously he would want me to benefit my family with it. So I finally said, I'm going to be a good steward of this money, and I'm going to learn to trade. This is my moment. This is the moment I'm getting at. This is my signal that I need to get serious about trading. So I put a small portion of it into a trading account, and I tried this and I tried that, and I would have some success, and I would blow it, as we all do. It was a long journey. Started off with stops, went through all of the same growing pains that every one of you has gone through, from shooting from the hip, from trading the news, being immobile. Oh goodness, I remember a time, I don't remember the stock, I can almost remember the stock, but I don't remember the stock, that it gapped open below my stop loss. And I literally, I kid you not, I literally stared at the screen, immobilized for 10 minutes. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? It was supposed to have stopped me out by now, but it didn't. And if I close this trade, I'm going to accept and set in stone this loss of this money. What do I do? I was paralyzed. So I've been through all of those. Eventually, I found my way over to forex through a series of reasons. Mainly, I wanted to be able to day trade that wouldn't get involved in the way of my job, so I could day trade at night. And again, at this point, I was still a day trader. I was still a completely undisciplined day trader. I would just see what was moving. I would jump on board. I would load up, and it would pull back, and I would just be stressed. And again, I'd be staring at the screen as I'm going short, and it's going higher and higher. And I'm trying to scale in and martingale and all those things, and paralyzed. And I'd finally work my way back to break even, and I'd give all the profits back at the end of the day or the end of the week. It was exhausting. So I spent about 6 to 8 months in forex doing all the wrong things. And every day that I traded, it just wore on me more and more. And every day that I lost money, and this is the killer, every day that I lost money, I'm like, I'm losing a piece of him. He was like he was like the rock of my life for so long, and here I am chipping away at his legacy with my irresponsibility. Not only do I have the normal recriminations that go through your mind when you're making the same mistakes over and over again, and you talk to people and say, are you following your trade plan, and are you being disciplined? You had disciplined trade plan, all that. You don't want to hear it. You just think, well, if I can just hit that one home run, I'll be fine. I'll be back to normal. But I'm seeing this money, and I had not put all the money there. Fortunately, I was wise enough not to do that. But it didn't matter. Whatever portion of money that I took from that life savings pay, the life insurance payout, and put it in my account, I still, every dime, every penny of that to me represented him. And as I'm just blowing it day after day, it's just wearing on me. Along with, I'm never going to be successful. Why do I keep making the same mistakes over and over again? We talk about it in the book that Paul talks about. Hey, guys, I keep making the same mistakes over and over again, and I don't want to. And that was me for a long time. And for whatever reason, I was stuck on day trading. I knew that swing trading was probably better for me, but I didn't want to, because the day trading was the instant gratification. I could quickly make back all of the money that I have lost with day trading. So the turning point in the story comes as I'm driving to work one day, and I'm in my head, I'm preparing mentally for the day. I'm preparing to open my charts and execute my, I almost said execute my plan, but in truth, I had no plan. Execute my routine, let's call it. I didn't have a plan, I had a routine. And I'm just in a cloud of gloom and doom and negativity. I'm already pre-miserable. Have any of you out there ever been pre-mad at somebody? You've had a conversation with them in your head that doesn't exist anywhere but your head. And they said things to you in your head, and you're mad at them already, right? You're pre-mad. I was pre-miserable. I was pre-irritated. I was pre-depressed. I was pre-discouraged. All of this was happening in the car on the way, and no trades were open. I was in that pit of despair that we talk about, the guy that falls into a hole. I was down in that hole. And I heard this voice. For those of you who aren't believers, you're going to think I heard a voice. There was no, I say that it sounds like it came from the back seat. It wasn't. It was all in my spirit. It was all in my head, if you want to believe that. It said, aren't you tired of feeling this way? I was running from everything that I was supposed to be doing. I thought I was going after what my father would want me to, that I was honoring his legacy and this money, and I was doing the exact opposite. I was dishonoring it by my undisciplined behavior. He would have wanted me to take this money and benefit my family from it. But not just that, he would have wanted me to take this money and glorify God with it. And every single action that I took was focused on me. How was I doing? And when I would have a good day, oh my goodness, talk about pride and lack of humility. We go over that in the book. When I would have a good day, say good day, a good trade, man, I would scream, look at this one trade that I had, and ignore all the other bad trades that I had. So there I am in the car, and I'm just miserable. And it brings to mind the sort of mental image I have of the story of Jonah. From the Bible, God tells Jonah to go to Nineveh. Jonah goes the exact opposite direction. You all know the story. Storm, boat, threw him overboard, whale, fish, 3 days in the belly of the whale. And the Bible says it vomits him out onto the beach. And I just had this image in my head of God walking up to him, kneeling down to Jonah, lying there in a puddle of whale vomit. And God's, aren't you tired of running? Now that you've got that out of your system, can we do what I want you to do now? And that is how I felt. So I heard this voice. Aren't you tired of feeling this way? You have been centering your trading on you. That is not why I, God, gave you this. I'm a firm believer that trading is an amazing opportunity for anyone to lift themselves, their family, out of whatever financial situation they are in. And it also offers an amazing creative outlet. God put an aspect of himself in all of us. God is creative, and we are creative. And like it or not, believe it or not, trading is a creative endeavor. So God gave me this, gave me the creativity to do the job. He gave me the resource to do the job. And he gave me the ability, or I should say the opportunity, to display some discipline, some humility, and I was failing on that final front. So right then and there, driving the car to work, I was overwhelmed. Talk about it, my trading come to Jesus moment. We all hear about, come to Jesus moment. This was my trading come to Jesus moment. I made the decision. I asked forgiveness for what I had been doing. And I committed to taking my focus off of myself and putting it on serving him and serving my family in a way that honored him. And also in a way that honored my earthly father as well. My earthly father would have absolutely been approved of what I was doing at that moment. So it was a win-win. It was a simple solution. And in that one instant, I changed my mindset from, I don't even know how to describe, where it was lost in the woods. There's a great line from one of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, I think it's number 2, where Jack Sparrow is talking to Will Turner, and Jack says, "Allow me to bring a machete to your intellectual thicket." And that's what happened. Right then and there, the clouds parted. I took my focus off of me. I put it on God and my family and other traders eventually. And that was the instant that I transformed my trading mindset from whatever it was to successful. And I have been a successful trader from that very moment. So can you be an instant trading success? Yes, absolutely. It is a simple solution. It is a simple decision. It is a difficult decision. What? Hang on, you just said it was simple. Right. Things can be simple and not be easy. Losing weight is simple. You burn more calories than you consume. It's dead easy. It's just math. All trading is really just math. But it's not easy. It takes discipline. And so I made the simple decision instantly to change my mindset. I am going to follow my trade plan. I'm going to have a trade plan. I'm going to find a strategy. I didn't have an instant success in the way that a lot of you who watched this video were probably hoping I would tell you. Did I immediately start making $1 million a day? No. First thing I did was spend the next 4 months learning how to create and test an actual trade strategy, learning what it meant to have a plan, developing a plan. So I spent some time going through a discipleship course in trading. When Paul was converted on the road to Damascus, first thing he did was go off for 3 years and be discipled. We think, oh, look, Paul wrote all these things. There's like a 2 or 3, it may even be longer than that, forgive me for forgetting, gap between one verse and the next where Paul goes off and is discipled. So I made this instant decision, and I have never been the same since. I have been a successful trader from that moment. But I went through a period of training, and during that entire period, was I a successful trader? Absolutely. Why? You weren't making any money. My mindset is what makes me a successful trader. Your mindset is what makes you a successful trader. I went through steps, almost like a training regimen that an athlete would go through to train my mind to stay on course. Did I ever falter or fail? Of course I did. You can be pick your athlete. Are they going to have a bad day? Drew Brees, best quarterback out there. Fight me on that. Did he throw interceptions? Yes. Did he throw pick sixes? Didn't fumble? Yes. Is he still the best quarterback to ever play the game? Yes. Just because you are successful doesn't mean you're never going to have losing days, losing trades, or blow it. Success comes first and foremost and only from your mindset, your discipline, those are the same thing essentially, and your definition of success. Social media has done traders, the trading world, such an amazing disservice by saying, look at me, I've got a fancy watch. This Fitbit came from Verizon. I've got a fancy car. I'm a success. This is what it means to be successful. If you don't have a fancy watch and a fancy car, you're not successful. Can you have $100 in your trading account and have $20 a year in profit year in and year out and be successful? Absolutely. You're making 20% a year successfully. We'll get to that at the end of the video. You're absolutely a success. Again, the success formula, this has been a long video. I don't have time to go into it. The success formula that I developed, discovered, wrote down. It's in the book. It's in a couple of videos. We'll go through it together. It is the bedrock of the training course and the coaching course, again, in the video. Starts first and foremost with defining success. And you have got to change your mindset. I encourage everyone out there to go to Myron Golden's YouTube channel and watch his videos on be, do, have. So God placed man in the garden, and he told them, be fruitful, multiply, have dominion. I'm skipping some there, but those are the three: be, do, and have. We all want to have more. And some of us don't want to do more, but some of us say, okay, fine, we'll do more to have more. But you have to start with who you are, with your be. And that was what I had to do. I had to make a decision. And my be my change who I am, change the definition of me as a trader, change the definition of me as a successful trader, started with an instant one decision. And from then it was, I have decided, this song, I have decided to follow Jesus, doesn't mean you're instantly the world's best Christian. You make a decision, and then you spend the rest of your life getting closer and closer to him. You make a decision to be a successful trader, and you spend the rest of your trading career getting better and better and better. But it starts with that one instant decision. So I encourage everyone out there to have that moment, that decision. Make that decision for yourself that I am never going back to the way I was. From this moment on, I am going to be a successful trader. And then I am willing to go through the steps it takes to get there and keep me there. And guys, if you need any help with this, please reach out to us. Go to godlytrading.com. We've got free one-on-one opening coaching courses. We've got the free intro webinar and one-on-one coaching session. I would encourage every one of you to get the book. And if you've made it this far in the video, thank you for being here. I mentioned I had a special offer for you. We actually have a coaching cruise available. We've only got 5 spots that we're taking in this. It's happening in January. So if you want an intense 5-day crash course in creating and developing a successful mindset and having that moment where you make the decision and you make the switch from I'm no longer going to be that unsuccessful trader. From now on, I'm going to be a successful trader. And we go through and give you the steps to create that mindset within you. Reach out to us. Like I said, there's only 5 spots left available for that cruise. But above all else, guys, please make that decision. Take your eyes off of yourself. Put it on the purpose for which you were placed here and decide today, in this instant, I am a successful trader. And I am never going back to the way things were. All right, guys, thank you for being here. Don't forget to hit the like button on your way out, and I will see you all next time.